Hey, it's Dr. Fred, and we find ourselves now around the world in the midst of the coronavirus craze. I mean, there is a global frenzy for the whole mindset of this thing that we're supposed to be scared of, right? Medicine is telling us stay inside, quarantine yourself, don't go outside. We're trying to make a vaccination, and all this stuff that we as chiropractors know that it isn't true at all. We know the spine and nervous system is a foundation of health and life in the body. We know that the nervous system and the immune system are tied together. And we know that when a person has a healthy spine, they're going to live a better life. The question is, what's happening to your practice right now? So I've been on coaching calls. Why am I making this video? Because I've been on coaching calls, and man, history repeats. I'm telling my clients, how did chiropractic get on the map? Because in 1918, there was an influenza outbreak. All you chiropractors know about this, but for you in the general public that don't know about this, medical patients were dying from influenza and chiropractic patients were living. That's what put chiropractic on the map, because it was about healthcare. So now history has come full circle where now we're in an epidemic, but we also know that it's really not a viral epidemic. It's an emotional pandemic. And the media is creating this because what do they want to do? Make sure everybody's quarantined. Well, what do they have to offer? They have two things they have to offer, because medicine has nothing to do with health. They have quarantine and they have vaccine. So what do they do when there's an epidemic? Everybody hide. Well, what's that really do? We isolate ourselves. That goes against total who we are as human beings. That's completely against human behavior. We want to connect. We want to be in relationship. We have to move. We have to expand our consciousness. So what's that going to do? It's going to cause stress. It's going to cause fear. And that puts us into a herd mentality. And I've spent 21 years in human behavior. Now, when I teach our chiropractic clients, we teach them about human behavior. They know how to handle the fear of survival in herd mentality. So, I have clients where businesses are shutting down and they're saying, man, all the businesses around, they're shutting down. They're complaining how slow it is, yet their practices are growing. They're getting referrals because of coronavirus. Not people are canceling their appointments. They're actually growing because of coronavirus. Why? Because their message is lifestyle. Now, for you chiropractors out there, for those people that focus on pain, then are those patients going to quit? Are those patients going to be in fear? Do your patients know about the lifestyle? And that one of the results of chiropractic care and a healthy spine and nervous system is a healthier immune system. Are we going to bring inspiration to our patients? Are we going to bring hope to our patients? And most importantly, in the fear of uncertainty that is on a global scale, the fear of not knowing what's possible in the future is what creates that survival, fear-based herd mentality. And it's not something that can always be handled with information. Why? Well, let's look at vaccination. How much research is there about vaccination, but people still vaccinate their kids? Why? For the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of uncertainty that drives irrational, illogical behavior. Look, I'm not an epidemiologist. I'm not a medical doctor. This is my opinion. But I also created a resource of medical research. What kind? Medical research. It's called Back to Health. And I think we need to unite as a profession and take this time with unity and use the resources that are available. Hey, in Back to Health, I took Dan Murphy's seminar in CBP, and I used his medical research, medical research that he did all the research on, and I put it into a book. And I talk about how corporations in the world today are conditioning us in a flexion-distorted society, how that keeps our spinal cord under stress, how that keeps us in a sympathetic, dominant state that causes stress in our body, tanks our immune system, breaks down our spine, causes disability, disease, cancer, autoimmune, and a reduced immune system. Everything from allergies to blood pressure to thyroid problems to digestive problems. It's all in here. It even shows certain postures like a forward head posture and a hyperkyphosis, how medical research shows that actually leads to a shortened lifespan and early mortality. This book has been used by people in Elite that has created more lifetime patients. In the last few months that this has come out, it's brought in more people wanting lifetime care. And in a time where we have a herd mentality, it's time we had something, we had a message that could break herd mentality. What I also want to do, being 21 years in human behavior, I also want to create videos for you guys that show us, how do we interrupt that pattern? How do we do that? Hey, there's other resources. Let's use all the resources in chiropractic. Pat Gentempo has a book. Your brand is your stand is your brand. Dan Sullivan has research. Go to Dean Harrison's research. He just came out with a study with forward head posture and the full body effects of forward head posture. So let's unite. Let's come together. Let's use the resources. This is our time to make a difference. Hey, man may have genetically manufactured coronavirus, but God gives us the opportunity to take the message of chiropractic and pure health and who we really are and bringing that energy into our body and keeping us healthy. The principle of chiropractic is a universal law. So, hey, I believe, and I've already seen this, probably one of the best books that's ever been created for patients that shows medical research on the principle. And let's use all the resources available to us and go to elitecoachingllc.com and let's start making a difference, working together. And let's take this as an opportunity to shift the consciousness on chiropractic in humanity. Okay, you guys, keep your eyes out for the future videos, because we're going to change the mindset of this herd mentality, give people confidence, and help them be out in the world with a healthy, optimal mind, optimal spine, optimal life. All right, you guys, love you. Thanks.